Welcome back to Pro League here, guys. Live at the Next Arena. And we actually have a very quick 2-0 victory, or rather lead, not a victory yet, for SK Telecom T1 here. Classic able to win that game over stats. Not what I expected. I'm not sure exactly what everybody had predicted, but I think it was in favor of stats, if I remember correctly.
Well, if you look at today's matches, like this match was probably the most important one, actually, for SKT, because if you think about what happened first, like we had action play, he's not really favored in that. I thought he was going to win, he didn't, but he's not really favored. That's not an abnormal result, right? And you look at the second match and you think, well, okay, this PvP, this could be really close. This is a really important match. And then you look at the third match and you think, okay, well, Dream's probably got this. But it's scary then, even if Dream gets this, because then they have to rely on Sari. And Sari is somebody that is just, I'm not sure, if he's really like up to snuff, and we don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, so getting that win for SKT is really important.
It gives them the option here for Dream to close it out, basically.
Yeah.
Before even getting to Sari versus TY. Just makes it a little bit more comfortable for SK Telecom. Of course, having a 2-0 lead is always comfortable. Yeah,
and for KT, this is a really scary situation now because the one matchup they had where they're just like, oh, okay, you've got Sari. I think we're gonna wreck him here. Like, and Dream is highly favored over first. Like, now you're like, uh-oh, we might just die. We don't even get to use that sick matchup that we have. Like, there's a bunch of weird matchups where one player's way favored than the other because of the players that were traveling to Poland, and this is one of them. Dream is highly favored, and to expect first to win here is a pretty tall order, man, to beat Dream right now. This guy's on top of the world.
I mean, you look at the predictions there, 6-0, easy. I think this is heavily favored in terms of Dream. I think. Well, let's look at this sign here. My first stream was KT versus T1.
This guy's got some good signs today, man. Pretty sure he said that other sign earlier too.
I think he's saying, does he look like first? I'm not sure what the Korean name is.
I actually don't know his Korean name either. But it's definitely not Dream.
Penguin.
Penguin. Yeah, he does look like Penguin a lot, actually. Kaja, SK, let's go, it says.
Yeah, let's go, SK. Dream. Also had Dream's name up there in the Korean. I'm liking this new desk, by the way. I know we mentioned it on Twitter. Of course, you can go ahead and follow us on Twitter.
It's pretty fancy.
It's so cool. You have like the whole setup behind us, You even get like some of the players. Like we got Dream right here, poking his head.
You can even see Kanata.
Kanata's there.
Now. There's a Kanata view right there. You
got the Kanata cam, just like zoom in.
Oh, don't be shy.
You get the pretty girls in the background.
Was that one of the GG girls? One of the old GG girls? She looked really familiar. I couldn't see her for so long. She
looked familiar.
She might be.
I don't know. Could be. Visiting her old place of work.
Remember
what happened to the GG girls anyway? Where did they go?
I think they.
Why do we have that stage anyway?
I think they lost their passion, Valdez. What happened? The GG girls lost their passion.
Someone needs to make a Reddit post about this.
I bet the
get the Reddit detectives on this.
I bet the GG girls went to Hearthstone, dude. I bet the GG girls are playing some Hearthstone right now, and I bet they play Zulok too, man.
Oh my god!
Or I bet they play Mech Mage Rushdown or Face Hunter.
Face Hunter,
girls, there's 3 GG girls. Each one of them plays like one of those different aggressive decks.
Oh man.
Maybe they went to League of Legends.
Oh, that would be even worse, man.
It's possible they're training.
Dota 2.
It's possible they're training for Heroes of the Storm right now.
Oh no.
And I cannot believe that anyone who likes StarCraft and works in StarCraft would ever like or appreciate other games or other genres. I just cannot believe that would ever happen.
That's unacceptable, Wolf. You're never allowed to do that. If you ever touch StarCraft, you're not allowed to play another game.
You cannot.
That's what I would say.
That's what I believe.
If I were president of Caspa
or Reddit.
Well, here's Dream. He's got a really cool song, a really cool name. He's got a ton of fans, and this guy is just on a roll these days. Curious to see how he's going to do against a Protoss player. I mean, first, he's kind of an interesting guy here. Not one of the best here for KT, but let's see what he can pull together.
Dream is an incredible player. His multitasking is insane. So let me tell you guys some first history because we don't get to see this guy that often. I feel like I've been giving a lot of history lessons recently. I know I'm like Grandpa
Wolf.
You do best, Wolf. Back in 2011, this is what happened. But First was most famous for winning an IEM in I can't remember which region it was, but it was in Europe, I'm pretty sure, and he was like the first Heart of the Swarm official tournament winner, and he won that event back in the very early stages of release, if I'm not mistaken. Like, he was really good, one of the fastest, best changing players in Heart of the Swarm, you know, and he's still really good. I mean, don't count this guy out. This is not going to be an easy walkover for Dream or anything, but Dream is favored.
He's definitely heavily favored here. Definitely going, pushing for Dream here. Can SK Telecom sweep them here 3-0 in the Telecom Wars? Let's jump into the game. Dream versus First. Up here in the top right, in the orange this time for SK Telecom T1, the Terran, he is Dream.
Dream. Down to the bottom left in red. KT Rolster, it's First. Former IM player, Incredible Miracle. He was on IM back then. I want to say, I don't know when he moved to KT, actually. He may have moved to KT after IM essentially disbanded, to use very careful words. I'll tell you guys like a little bit about the Korean StarCraft community, like on their websites and their forums and stuff like that. Is actually very different from like Western communities like Team Liquid, for example, or Reddit. And they're very much like almost like conspiracy theory-esque. Like, they're like, I heard Wolf say this one thing that one time, and I was watching the English broadcast, and then this guy posted about it on Reddit, and then I'm going to post this, and like I figured it out, like, and they like make these like conspiracy
solve the puzzle almost.
You know, and then you know, they like to do stuff like that. I mean, I like it. It's kind of cool. Like, they're very attentive to detail, the Korean community, man. They're always trying to find out the news first.
Yeah. They want to be the first on the case. It's like taking Reddit detectives to the next level almost.
Yeah.
They just like study the broadcast and like, can we get any clues about what's going to happen in the future?
There are a few famous StarCraft Reddit detectives. I won't name them because their names are inappropriate, but I have seen them. I've seen their posts.
Yeah, man.
We did it, Reddit, though. It seems to be a common theme.
Yeah, you got to throw some of those in, of course.
So yeah, I mean, at this game so far, we're gonna see a Reaper build. Go figure. It's
what do you think? What do you think First is gonna do on this map? Like, he's in the spot where, of course, he's the underdog. You know, Protoss has a lot of tools that you can throw against the Terran. Sometimes even faking some of those tools. You know, famously SOS hallucinating an Immortal, faking an Immortal all in, making maybe it was Flash. Some Terran just like freak out.
I think it might have been TY, but
maybe TY. But
yeah,
they have so many threats that the Terran has to worry about very early on in the game. Even on 2-base, that they just have to keep in mind. They can really push Dream back. You think First is going to try to be tricky here, or do you think he's just going to play a straight up game? Because
I think for my experience casting First game and watching First games, he's either going to... He's a type who likes to... He's really similar to his old teammate Younghwa in that he really likes to just say, all right, you're a better player than me, but so what? I'm still going to just play straight up and go Robo into Colossus into a safe third base. But he also really likes to mix it up with Oracle play. So I would say one of those two, Oracles or just a Robo into a third base. It's not a rushed Oracle. We already know that. And he does send the Zealot. He doesn't cancel it, and he's actually going to delay the CC, so that's pretty nice to start with. That's
so annoying for Dream, in fact. He's going to keep this SCV alive for now.
Wow, he's even bringing like 5 SCVs down here.
Yeah, not really sure if he needs all these SCVs, but it's definitely going to shut down this Zealot hardcore.
It will make sure the CC gets built as fast as possible, like on time. It was incredible micro on his SCVs too, because if he just leaves the Reaper there, then like the CC just cannot be building until the Zealot is dead. So,
ooh, Twilight Council coming up here pretty fast for First.
Yeah, did not expect this.
Could just be the save Twilight Council, get the blink pretty early. It's getting in stopping drops, you transition into Robo, that kind of thing. But let's see. It's decently early here. We have a lot of probes queued up going to that natural.
Yep.
And
I think it's
some Hellions coming out here from Dream.
Yeah, he's doing a Reactor Hellion opening, pretty aggressive. I feel like this is going to be Blink because, just the way he's lined up his resources and stuff like that. But and he doesn't have anywhere to hide the shrine, and you almost never see just a straight-up shrine next to the Twilight Council. Let's talk about what this means, because this type of Hellion build with a drop and Marine Harass can do a lot of damage. And especially if you see a dropship and you're thinking it might be Widow Mines, and then it's like a bunch of Marines pop out, and you're like, oh, I was not ready for this. Can do a lot of damage. The other thing that's important to note is, well, hold that thought. Let's see what he gets done here. He's going to try to run by, and he's going to get almost denied. A Reaper comes in to help out as well.
Yeah, I don't know how much damage this is going to get done. Lining up some really good shots on that Hellion is pretty good, but this is almost like a Super Scout. He's going to see absolutely everything in this main base.
Yeah. Well, this Reaper actually gets a kill, too. Like 3 kills. Not worth it, but worth the scouting information, perhaps. What I was going to say is if he really commits to the drop and the attack with the Marines, then if it dies, he has no defense for Blink Stalkers that counterattack. And we only saw him throw away like 2 Hellions and a Reaper, so that potential is not there yet. But let's see what happens with these next drops. He's making 2 Widow Mines. These cannons are here for that reason. And it looks like we're going to have some Oracles flying out of there.
Yeah, definitely not standard play coming out of first. Maybe just trying to change it up here, catch Dream off guard. And, Dream definitely an opponent that you would want to do that against. Let's see this drop. It's coming in. Blink is not done yet. He's got a bunch of Stalkers waiting, but not really in position.
Yep.
Oh, and the Hellions are coming in. Photon Overcharge does come down. He's also got a cannon, but that is a lot of Hellions lining up. A lot of these probes here. He's going to get 9 now, going up to 10. And this is just doing so much damage, man.
It's a ton of damage, and that was absolutely well worth the trade. He has to send those Marines back home now because the counterattack potential is quite strong. How many Stalkers does he actually have? He only has 3 now, though. And I don't think he's going for this because he's already gotten like a Forge, for example, and a Robo, so it looks like he just wants to transition. The Blink ends up being pretty handy against stuff like this. The Oracle that we're going to see here is definitely going to throw Dream for a little bit of a curveball. Like, he's not going to be expecting this.
Yeah, he's going to be like, okay, that's definitely proxied. And we actually see another pylon over there. You think he could actually drop down like a Dark Shrine or something? I mean, we already have missile turrets in the base. Like, here we go. We do see 2 Widow Mines come down. Shots aren't the best. And with that cannon over there, does have the detection.
Oh, that save.
He just barely saves that one.
Oh, he's pooling Oracles too. He could even just attack with Stalkers and Oracles at the front. I don't think he's going to, but... Well. Oh, he's going to catch this Widow Mine drop. Oh, sick! Burst!
Nicely done. But really unfortunate by Dream, just the flight path going straight over those Stalkers. We do see 3 more gates. He's going for it.
Oh, he ran into a Widow Mine. That's unfortunate.
See first shake his head there a little bit. Do have a decent amount of bio here, but Stim is only halfway done. Combat Shield's pretty far away. +1 on the way, but also not done yet.
He can blink out to the left, but that was...
yeah.
That was definitely not worth it.
Not a good trade here. 2 Stalkers for 2 SCVs when you're trying to put on the pressure.
Oh, now he's actually just going to wait and get charge and +2 armor.
Still adding more gates on 2 base.
I mean, it's fine, but the power of this push is really... like it diminishes quite quickly over time. Losing those Stalkers definitely didn't help him. Now, this is going to do a ton of damage. It's just going to do damage simply.
Nice runaway by Dream, but he is going to catch some of them on the way out. Gets 2. Now he's going to try to move down to that natural. I'm not sure where the missile placement, missile turret placement is kind of strange.
Weird, right?
Yeah, it's out there on the side of the CC. So it can't quite protect that middle row line, in fact.
Yeah, it's causing a lot of lost mining.
I guess he was just scared about DTs in general. Okay, a huge amount of bio coming in here. Stim has completed. He's able to target down that Immortal. Takes out the Mothership Core as well. Some pitiful warpins come in, but this is just way too much out of Dream.
This is just gonna be game. What a lackluster finish here, I feel, but well, that's game, guys. I feel like first tried to do too much. He tried to do too much.
Yeah, he was trying way too hard, man.
Oh, man, or CC Dream is really getting some personality, man.
That he is.
I cannot wait for that finals.
He's gained so much confidence just from his recent success. And, yep, here are the reinforcements coming across that map. First looks just about dead here. Supplies at half of what Dream has. GG!
GG.
SK Telecom are going to take this 3-0 off of the back of one of their star players in Dream.
That PvP was so important. That PvP is so important because, you know, you have to play against Dream as first, and at this time in history, man, that is not what you want to do.
No one wants to play against Dream these days. I guess except Maru, because Maru's going to want that win. Be the SSL champion.
Yeah.
First,
I mean, he put up a pretty crazy fight. Like,
he was like throwing all sorts of things, man.
I mean, he clearly had a few moments of indecision. Like, I think he was really thinking about attacking with the oracles at the front with the stalkers, and he was like, I lost a stalker, and I don't have that many stalkers, and
he had like
I'm not
4
sure.
Stalkers.
He also saw, like, he was like, wow, he does have a lot of bio, actually. Like, I may have missed my window here. And then he was like, well, I guess I'll get charged and +2 armor, but you already just committed to 2 oracles, which did do some damage, but, like, not. They waited. They weren't used the whole time, and it gave Dream enough time to get stim and a large enough bio force to where it's like you can't be making proxy stargates, oracles, robo units, immortals, and +2 armor all at the same time on 2 base and have an army too. You just can't. You can't do all that at the same time.
Yeah. Well, we did get a bit of a spoiler there. Dream moving out, possibly for that interview. But let's see here. We did see the 3-0 out of SK Telecom T1. Su taking out action. A very important PvP, like you said, classic. Able to take out one of these guys on fire in stats. And then Dream for the cleanup there against First. We do not get to see Sari versus TY.
That makes me really sad. That's the real tragedy.
Yeah,
here.
I was looking forward to that one. Actually, predictions pretty spread on that one as well. I think it was maybe 3-3 even, or 4-2. So one of the probably closest matches that we would have had here, and we don't get to see it. But SK Telecom, they do get a huge win. Both of these teams are at 1-1, but KT Rolster was +2 indicator, whereas SK Telecom was -1. So that's a really big win for them. They do move up to second place. Of course, some of the teams have not played their 3rd game just yet, so things could definitely change up after tomorrow.
Well, this is just so unfortunate timing-wise for KT Rolster. They have to play against SKT with some of their players missing. Some of their key players like Zast, who just won IEM, and Light. You know, 2 of their key players for their respective races like just were not here. And you know, you talked about this earlier about CJ Entis' performance, but the same is true of now SKT, because they got those indicator points, a 3-0 off of one of the stronger teams in the league. And now, you know, when they face the other players, like, they're going to have more points to maybe grab.
Really big win. Very, very important.